Hello everybody. As you can see, it's a bit of a sad morning for this sunflower here. It has grown doubled in size, but it has been chomped by some kind of insect, so I'm gonna have to look out for that. But welcome back to another little garden walkthrough. I'm not going to do too much today because not much has changed. I'm just going to look at the stuff that has changed. Now, over here, as you can still see, we've got tons of daffodils still hanging out. They've had a pretty long season. Usually they're gone by now. But the big thing that's changed is this has become way larger than before. Last time I showed you, I think it only had, I think it was just these two leaves here. Now it's really starting to spread out, which means that we're going to get some good strawberries. And this one though is not looking too happy. It's a different variety of strawberry and it's not doing as well. But this one's doing all right, and that one too. They're all the same varieties of strawberries. So good thing about a garden is you can grow heaps of stuff, heaps of different varieties of things that you don't usually get in shops. So that's good. Here I've got some buds coming up. They're going to, this is the blueberry plant, it's going to flower soon. And this is another different type. It's got some buds too, and it's going to flower soon as well. This blueberry one too, it's got some buds happening as well. This was a deciduous one, meaning it drops its leaves. So it started to get some fresh leaves, and it's going to make some fruit, leaves, flowers fairly soon, and flowers means fruit. So I'm looking forward to that. Now here's the sad bit. My peach tree, last week's rain and this week's wind has knocked off quite a lot of the flowers, which means probably no fruit for me. But one other cruel thing that's happened is that the ones that are left over kind of got a bit demolished by a frost. So they're looking okay, but hopefully these winds don't kill them. It's not a big deal if we don't get any fruit this year because it's a pretty young tree, young plant. And yeah, I mean, it's going to take a few years in order for us to get a good crop of food, but yeah, it's still a bit sad when your leaves fall off. All right, over here, there's the pear tree. This is the biggest change so far. It has so many flowers on it. It's ridiculous. And flowers, like I said before, mean fruit. So these two branches here look like they're going to get probably some fruit, and I hope they do. Pear trees are a little bit more forgiving. They can be younger and still give you good fruit. And these smell delicious. Not delicious, they smell lovely. I wish you were here right now because it sort of smells like vanilla out here. It's a really sweet smelling flower, and that's exciting. Now another thing that's a bit exciting is this strawberry patch here is full of very exotic strawberries, ones you definitely can't buy from the shops, and it looks like the first sign of strawberries for the season are happening. So this particular one makes strawberries that kind of taste like bubblegum, and they're usually a bit of a different color. Now the cool thing about this one is that it produces fruit early in the season, whereas this one and also that one produce fruit later in the season. So that means we'll be getting a good harvest all season long, and that's what you want to kind of do. You kind of want to have fruit growing for a good 6 months. And this is another one I planted here, and it's actually probably the one that's grown the most, other than the one that I'm about to show you, which is the other big change. Oh my God. Oh yeah, lots of flowers on this one, heaps. Oh, and another big change before I go over there was that my broccoli, I harvested it and I made soup out of it, and it is delicious. So in its spot, I think I'm going to plant some lettuces and spinaches. so I can put them in things. That's my continental parsley, and that's regular parsley. And here we've got, I don't know if you can see down there, but we've got some great beetroot nearly ready to pick. You can see there. And I'm a big fan of beetroot. It's nearly ready to pick, probably a couple of weeks. This one's also big, and you can eat the leaves with beetroot. They're really nice in a salad, in fact. Yummy. Happy guys here. Oh. This is the great thing about a garden. If you come out every day, it's different every day. These flowers weren't here yesterday. So this is a Daphne. They put out really lovely flowers. This was the first thing we planted, one of the first things we planted. Not the very first thing, one of the first things we planted. I think the first thing we planted was this hedge and that cherry tree. And this is a maple tree. So it's got some buds. This is going to be beautiful. I don't think any of them have leaved yet. No, not quite. It's going to be beautiful. In a few weeks it'll explode and it'll be nice and green out here. This is our other big change. So this strawberry plant here, one of the first ones I planted actually last year, it's got heaps of flowers on it, and that's a really good sign. It means it's very healthy out here. And this one is getting enormous, and they're different varieties. So you need 2 different varieties of strawberry to work together to make good fruit, so they can cross-pollinate. Hey magpie, how you going? And other than that, the only other big change there's been, everything else has basically stayed the same. Still having problems with this Feijoa, but you know what, it is starting to come good again at the bottom, so hopefully that provokes a bit of a change. The only other big change that I've had has actually been in the little succulent garden, and this guy here is just killing it. Like, these hands are just coming out all over the place, and there's heaps more of them down in there. And yeah, these guys are doing pretty well too, but this guy here is just having a great time. So is this guy. This guy was actually not too healthy when I planted it here, and now it looks really healthy. There's no brown leaves or anything like that, so it really likes being here. And we love to see that. And, this guy too, he's got some green leaves going on. I don't know what this is, but it's nice. And the lavender is just looking lovely. Lavender is such a good plant to have around. It smells good, and it's very calming, and it's a really pretty plant. It hedges really well. Anyway, I might leave it there. But I hope you guys are having a good time and having a good day. And yeah, peace out.